Hey,
Hello.
woo! Welcome to the GreenRoom YXE. It is November 16th, and it's season 2
Episode
of
2.
episode
Season 2,
2
episode 2.
of the show, and we're coming to you live from Saskatoon. I'm Leslie,
I'm Johnny.
and hey, we want to say a quick. It's November 16th, and it is one of our producers' birthday today,
Yes.
Deborah. So happy birthday, Deborah.
Happy birthday, Deborah.
Are you enjoying the beautiful weather today? We're usually
Not so lovely.
we're usually sunny Saskatoon here. We're coming to you live from Saskatoon, and it's almost always sunny here in Saskatoon. But today it was like this crazy blizzard, like the blizzard in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It was windy, blowy, you know,
Windy.
blowy,
Yeah.
and that there's snow stuck to our windows, so we can't even see out. Oh, my hand was getting stuck. Oh, okay. Take over from there.
You better go.
And wait 1 second. Johnny's gonna take over.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's such a snowstorm out there. We lost power for a little bit, and it's so crazy. Oh, hey, you know what? We lost our little light in the background too. Anyways, no, you know what? It was totally my bad. The laptop wasn't charged. So, wow. I'm sorry about that, everybody. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so what were we talking about? We were talking about Deborah's birthday, and then we talked about the snowstorm, and then so I hope everybody's doing good out there in this crazy snowstorm, and everybody's off the roads and all of that, and being really safe. For our we have, we always have a little bit of news off the top before we bring our guest out. We've got a couple of guests tonight, and so we're really, really excited to get to our first guest. But we just have a little bit of news. We usually talk about music news in the world, and we have some news that is kind of sad. Well, it's not kind of sad.
It's very sad.
It's very sad. Our friend and champion manager for many years, Doug Dombrowski, he passed away on November 10th, and he was just an amazing guy, and he always made us laugh, and he was such a support to us, and a
very, very dear friend who we got to meet one of the first times we played in Buffalo. Him and the guys from Could Be Wild came out and saw us at Nietzsche's, and we struck up a relationship, and Doug was our manager for 12 years and as a friend ever since 94, 95, I guess you could say.
And he was part of the, the famous Could Be Wild in Buffalo promoters and 41 Records in Buffalo, New York. He was a part of the success of the Cars, of U2, Bryan Adams, Rush, Tom Petty, and the Goo Goo Dolls. So our love,
and a fan of Canadian music.
Yeah.
Being a border city, right?
Yeah. So we just want to send our love out to Mavis, his wife, Taryn and Evan, his kids, and his whole family. So we're going to move along because that's what we've got for the news for tonight, and we're going to move along, and we're going to bring out our first guest, who we're really excited to have him on tonight. He's a great friend, a multi-instrumentalist. He plays guitar, drums, and we'll find out what else he plays.
All things Fabian.
That's right. And
right after the break. There's no break.
No, there's no break. We had a break, and we don't want to do another one. Anyway, he's also a radio host on CFCR, and he uses Bic pens. So that's a good thing to know.
We found that out.
We found that out.
We did some research.
Yes, we did a lot of research and found that out. So it's a surprise, right? And we're going to have some fun and talk to Fabian Minnema. Come on to the show and welcome to the GreenRoom YXE. Thank you so much for coming on here with us.
Thanks for having me, you guys. That's so very nice of you guys. I feel so sad about your friend Doug and his passing. I feel very bad for you guys that had to happen. But, 12 years is a nice time to spend time with somebody. That's sad news, but
sure. Yeah. Thank you, Fabian.
Thank you.
Yeah. And it's great to see you guys.
Yeah, you too. So good seeing you.
Yeah, it was. How long ago was that? 2 weeks ago when we played together?
About 2 weeks. Yeah, we did a nice show together at Amigos, and that was super fun. And I'm still pretty high from that. I had a really nice time.
Yeah,
that was a good night.
It was amazing to just be for us to be playing again after so long. So.
Yeah, you guys knocked it out of the park, man. That place was rocking. And
so did you.
And those people were loving all that stuff. It was great.
Oh, come on.
It was a great night all around. You were awesome.
That was fun.
You rocked the house. You did.
I'm glad I was invited. Thank you.
Good, clean fun. So this new band you got, is this like all new material that you're working on, or what is it?
Well, it's part of my catalog from the last, I guess, 15 years, but it's the newest end of it. There's a batch of new stuff coming yet, but there's 2 records of previous material that I'm going to wrap up with this band. I'm going to bring all that old material back and try to get a full 2 sets of old Johnny Grit and Make Liars music, and then the third set will be something like all brand new stuff.
Right
so
on.
you can sort of get an idea of what was going on 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
You know,
now,
if you're not really organized and you don't curate your things very well, things get left behind. You know what I mean? So it takes a little bit of time to get things together. So.
Oh yeah, it's a full-time job.
It's a full-time job.
No
it's
kidding.
a full-time job.
Yeah.
So when we played together, we played with you as a 3-piece. Now, do you normally have a fourth member, like another guitar player, or what do you do?
No, I have a keyboard player. Geneva, my daughter, actually plays keyboards, but she had a school function and couldn't make it to the show.
Right on.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's super fun having her in the band. Well, I get a lot of, oh, Dad, come on.
Oh, no kidding. We can't even get our son to play with us at all, like not anything. He's just like, nah, you want to jam with us? Nah.
He won't even count us in.
Yeah, no, he won't.
It took Geneva quite a few years, but she's there now. So yeah, and she's great. When next show you'll be able to get a chance to see her.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
So Fabian, like I know we know you, but I don't know everything about you.
Yeah,
I haven't sat down and interviewed you before.
The way we like it, Johnny. That's the way we like it.
Yeah, I know, right? But did you grow up in Saskatoon? Is this your hometown?
My family moved here. They moved back here in 1975. That's when I came to Canada for the first time. I was born in Holland in 1970, and my parents they actually came here in 65 with my oldest brother Peter, and then they had my other 2 siblings, Nick and Selena, here, and then they moved back to Holland, and then that's where I was born. And then in 1975, they decided to come back and stay because my mom and dad thought that Canada and Saskatchewan was like a little Western town that you see in movies.
Awesome. That's you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to go to Holland in 1970.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
That'd be a cool time.
I was only there briefly, but it was it would be great. But mom and dad honestly did think that Canada was sort of like a mining town with wooden sidewalks. And then in some instances, I guess downtown there still were some wooden sidewalks when they moved here. So they kind of hit the mark.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there wooden sidewalks here?
Yeah, there's a few down on the Kresge's and the sand store. They had wooden sidewalks and yeah.
Wow. Hey.
Yeah.
That was called a deck.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was their patio facing 22nd.
Right. Okay, so you also play in other bands around the city. Yes. You're an accomplished guitar player who when I moved here, I'd heard about you playing with Anderson Burko, or is that what it's called?
Yeah, Roy Anderson and Daryl Burko. Yeah.
Yeah. How long did you do that for?
I played with those guys for a couple of years. I helped them tour a couple of times through Alberta. And then with the pandemic coming, they sort of, Roy's out in Lumsden, Daryl's out in Saskatoon, and it's just hard to get schedules together all the time. So that's sort of just fallen by the wayside for now, I suppose.
Yeah. And then you play with Jillian. Yeah,
and Jillian and I have a nice little duo that we like to go out and perform and do some shows with and stuff when she's not busy with her other stuff.
And do you guys have anything coming up?
As a duo, no, we don't have anything.
As any of your bands, the ones you play drums in, have anything coming up?
Yeah, actually, there is something coming up. The Capitol invited Jillian to do a Janis Joplin tribute show, which is happening December 10th. I'm playing drums for that. And we're just honing the chops because Janis Joplin, it's just not quite, it's not exactly syncopated where you can measure everything out. There's some crazy stuff going on. They were doing some crazy things.
Yeah.
They were sort of jazz musicians stuck in rock and rollers, and they're trying some things. So it's kind of hard to really understand the Janis Joplin timing aspect when you start playing the music. But that's going to be a fun show at the Capitol and December 10th.
No kidding.
We'll get Jill on here.
Yeah.
Week of if she wants to come on, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, she'd love that.
Remind everybody. Yeah.
But this weekend we're at Somewhere Else Pub and Thrill, and I'm playing drums for a Supertramp cover band, a Supertramp tribute band.
Oh wow!
Now, tribute. We're not dressing like Supertramp. I mean, I'm not. The drummer, I did my homework. The drummer sort of just dresses casual. Our singer might have a white suit on, but it's really good. If you guys like Supertramp, you're gonna
have a saxophone.
Gord Mosher is going to be on saxophone.
Wow.
So that's at Somewhere Else Pub this weekend.
Hey, we called
them and they didn't. What are you guys called?
They said Supertramp tribute.
Yeah, they said it was Chris Valu and Kelly Reed.
Yeah.
Kelly Reed, and then so the Saskatoon Supertramp is opening up for the Kelly Reed band, which is happening right after the Supertramp.
Gotcha.
So I'm not sure if Chris Valu was in there at first, but then maybe stepped back so that Supertramp could have an opportunity. That seems like something Chris would do because he's a swell fella.
He's on Friday night.
He's on Friday.
Oh,
yeah.
Friday, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Who's on first?
No.
Okay.
No, we're not getting into that.
I got a couple of quick questions for you, Fabian.
Yeah.
Favorite guitar player, biggest influence?
Oh, Andy Summers, but also the hardest guy to pick up from the Police. The hardest guy. My nemesis every time I hear a song like it takes me months to learn even one thing correctly from Andy Summers. So I do a really bad hack job.
What, he was in another band before the Police. So was he in King Crimson briefly, or what was that?
No, he was in King Crimson a little bit. I think during near the breakdown of the Police. I think. I don't think. He was in his early stuff, but I don't think it was King Crimson. But
okay.
Stuart Copeland played in a band called Curved Air. Of course, Sting was teaching. And so they just sort of got that all together. And Andy said, from what I understand in the biography, is that Andy said to Sting and Stuart Copeland, you guys would be a really great band if I was in it. Because they had that original guitar player who was more of a punk rock player. So there's some really nice history to the Police. But Andy Summers is my number one guitar player.
Wow. What is it about him that you like?
Soundscape. He just writes the story of the song and inside the song. That's sort of the spiritual answer. He just really knows how to work a good delay pedal. He's just a really and he's a nice guy, and I think he's got a great sense of humor, and I think that comes out in his playing, and maybe that's why I like it so much. I
love the Police. I still do. Reggatta de Blanc by far, hands down, my favorite Police album.
Yeah, that record's fantastic.
Saw them in Regina on Ghost in the Machine.
You were lucky. I didn't get to see them, and I wish I had. It was one of those bands I wish I'd seen. You're very lucky.
Well, yeah, I guess
and
it was great. And the cool thing about that show it wasn't cool, but from a historical perspective, it was XTC opening.
Yeah.
And Andy Partridge was in the fits of stage fright, so he didn't come out and play. They played as a 3-piece without Andy Partridge.
Wow.
Yeah, weird, eh?
And already established at that point, then get stage fright and can't do the show. That's crazy. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You also play the drums.
Yeah.
Favorite drummer, most influential drummer would be
Stuart Copeland from the Police.
Okay.
Guess who my favorite bass player is? Besides you, Johnny. Honestly, Stuart Copeland is the guy for me too on the drums because he just does the same thing. He's got his sense of humor comes through. He's very logical, but he also takes risks that I've never seen on studio recordings. I mean, he must have really argued with the engineers and the producers on those albums because he tries things that producers will say, you can't do that. That doesn't fit in that spot. But Stuart seems to get it in that spot. So he's my favorite drummer too.
That's wicked.
Yeah, no kidding. That's
both
awesome.
Acceptable.
Yes, very.
I hope so.
Say me as your favorite drummer. That'd be a bad thing. So I've listened to you on CFCR.
Yeah.
And you got it's really fun hearing you talk about the music you're playing, and you got your own show now called The Guitar Show.
Which I really love. I actually took it over from Chris Vassar, who's a local guitar builder from Happy Teardrops Guitar. He builds custom instruments. Built one last year and donated it to CFCR. Put so many hours into this thing and donated it. But he put the show on, he put it together, and then needed a break to go record an EP. So I had mentioned to him that I wanted to do a late night show. Then he came to me and said, look, I need to take a break from the show. So it worked out really well that I was able to just sort of walk in and take it over for a while. And it's been super fun, like super fun.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
It's all about Twitter. If you guys want to follow The Guitar Show, go to YXE, The Guitar Show on Twitter and follow that. We have lots of activity from really, really great guitar players. Jason Isbell's very active on that account, likes to share his pedal board and stuff. We talked about how the guy in Nashville ran his pedals and everything is analog in his rig, but everything is also set up in verse, chorus, so he can break down the digital with the step of a button. It's unbelievable. He explains it all on Twitter. We've had a little chat with Tom Morello on there. We have Winter Sleep coming in for an interview on that show. CFCR is very dear to my heart. Growing up in Saskatoon, hearing music that you wouldn't hear anywhere else. Back in the day, FM 103 was pretty good for playing good records. I remember listening to a lot of early Police and B-52s and the Motels and stuff, and the Pursuit of Happiness and that stuff, And it just was great music. FM 103 was a good station, but CFCR, when you went into that station, it was a free for all. It was like pirate radio,
right?
Adventurous, yeah.
Right. Awesome. So it's just guitar music is primarily the thing. Is it like?
Well, it's just a music show. Of course, I push it to guitar players. It's just a nice. Guitar players are easy to sort of hook in. We just all want someone to listen to what we're saying. It's like, come on, man. I'm like,
right.
So if you ask a guitar player something on Twitter, they're gonna come back and say something because they got a bunch of stuff to say. They're not singing.
right. That reminds me of the guitar player joke.
What's that one?
How many guitar players does it take to change a light bulb? 100. One to change the light bulb and 99 to say they could have done it better.
Yes, exactly my sentiments.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, guitar players.
That's good.
I'm sure there's lots of bass player jokes and drummer jokes. And singer jokes.
There are no bass player jokes. That's serious business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know. You got anything else you want to say? Like we're here to. You got a website?
I would encourage. No, if people want to look me up on Facebook, that'd be the best way to find me.
Okay. What about when's the show on? Did we talk about
the guitar show? Yeah.
Saturday. Oh, the guitar show is on Friday nights at 9 p.m. on CFCR.ca or
Friday
on
night
traditional radio. And I'll always put a post up on my Facebook and of course on Twitter. If you want to be involved, go on Twitter and follow YXE Guitar Show, and that's where we'll give out prizes and stuff too. We gave away a T-shirt last week. It doesn't sound like a big deal, but it's kind of nice. There's only 50 people on there right now, so you got
that's awesome
stuff. So.
Yeah,
and it's lots of fun. Yeah, and CFCR is, they've been around for 30 years. So.
I'm still doing the math on that. 50 people, one T-shirt. What am I?
I know. Well, it's 1 in 50.
Oh, okay, right. Gotcha.
I was gonna try to share a song on here, but I can't seem to post this song on the chat here, so people are gonna have to go to my Facebook page.
It's probably
so make sure you head over.
It's probably it's a safety regulation.
Yeah, it probably is actually.
So look up Fabian Minnema.
Yeah, please do.
Facebook page.
Yeah, say hi on Facebook or on Instagram or on Twitter. Fabian Minnema on Twitter or YXE Guitar Show, preferably.
Okay. And the guitar show is on Fridays at 9 p.m. So make sure you check that out.
Yeah, and this Saturday at the Somewhere Else Pub and Grill, Super Champ Tribute Band.
That's right. I know. That'll be awesome.
With a saxophone, and then
what night is that? Sorry, Saturday night, not Friday night.
Yeah, and Kelly Reed is like a human jukebox. The guy will play music all night. All hits.
Awesome. Yeah, he's awesome.
Well, maybe we have to check that out. Maybe we have to come see
you
there, Fabian.
It'd be nice.
When we first started playing at Bud's, Kelly Reed would come down and sing the Crosby, Stills, Nash Young song.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Sweet Judy
Blue Eyes we used to do, and
he's great, man. He's a real little Saskatoon secret. Like he's a very, very talented musician and a killer guitar player. Like he's doing stuff on acoustic guitar that most guys couldn't even accomplish on an electric guitar. Like he really brings it every time. And I've been lucky to play with him. And I missed a show a couple of months ago. I missed a show. And then a couple of weeks ago, we did one, and I realized how much I missed it when it wasn't there. And then I came back and did a show. I'm like, man, Kelly, it's just always Saskatoon is thick with fantastic musicians. Period.
Oh my gosh, no kidding. Yeah. It's so true.
Yeah,
right on.
Including yes,
Rory Lawford, right? Okay.
Lawford's up next after this, and he's got an EP that he just released, which is
are you guys playing it down there downtown at CFCR?
Oh yeah, we're spinning it lots. It's getting played lots on the bus.
Awesome.
I don't know if these people are still on, but we should probably just tell you a few of these comments that are here. Wait a second.
Jenny.
Who's My Prairie Girl Musings.
Yeah, for having a fan of Fabian. Look at that.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael Pennington. Hey, Michael. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Mike. Oh, hey, Dave.
Yeah. Hey, Dave. And who else there? Fabian never disappoints on stage.
Oh.
Live is where he lives.
Live is where he lives.
I saved the disappointments
that's
for
Michael
behind
said.
closed doors. Oh, that's so nice, Michael. Thank you, man.
Dave Marcoux. Nice, awesome to hear live music, especially you guys. So good. Thank you, Dave. Heidi Monroe, enjoying the show. Good to see y'all.
Yeah.
Linda down in Regina, I think, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Hi, Linda.
Hey,
and
Linda.
Jen Stelzer.
From Telemiracle.
Hi, John.
That was
Fabian. Yeah, Telemiracle.
That's right. And Jen. Hey, Jen. Hey, so is Jillian loving this weather or what?
Oh, she loves storms, man. It gets so cozy. There was wine flowing pre-news.
I bet.
We tried to get at it. We had a couple things we had to do today, and we got one of the things done. I had to go into work for a little while and try to see if I could move around the city. And it was just too uncomfortable. I don't want to put anybody at risk. So we said, you know what? Let's just call it a day. And I think tomorrow, same thing. We're going to sit here and just practice for the Janis Joplin show on the 10th. And,
right. Oh, that's exciting. And we'll talk more about that show too.
Yeah,
Jillian coming up.
Sure, yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Fabian.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Fabian.
You're gonna have to come back and do this again.
Yes,
I'd love to. Nice to see you guys.
You too, buddy.
Yeah.
Talk to you.
See you later, guys. Love you.
Yeah, love you too. Yeah.
And like you're saying, right about now, we're going to introduce a segment.
Yes.
We're really wanting it to be a regular segment on the show.
We'll see how many stories, but I hear the stories are just continual. Endless. They're endless. Yes. So it's called Rory's Road Stories.
And here he is. Last week we heard about some
crazy stuff.
And I'm sure there's another good one or two. Well, let's go with one here tonight.
Shoot him up.
And here he is, Rory Lawford, a local music legend with a brand new EP out called Midlife Crisis on all streaming platforms. Hopefully you guys will go listen to it. They're playing it on CFCR. Yeah. Hey, Rory, you should try and get that on that Hometown Rock thing on Rock 102.
I sent it to Mark Loshak, so he says he's going to give it a spin and see if he can convince them to throw it on the hometown thing.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome. Mark Loshak. Yeah. Maybe I should call him tomorrow.
Awesome. So
let's play that song, Mark.
That's right. So Rory, give us a story. Hey, that's my little catch. That's my catch. Hey, Rory, give us a story.
Excellent.
Rory's story.
This one's going way back to like the late 80s. Thunder Bay, Ontario. We were playing in a bar that was, shall we say, it was on the seedier side of things. And we were there for a 6-night engagement, playing Monday to Saturday night. And so Monday night we're playing, the vibe's a little just weird in the bar. Then all of a sudden a fight breaks out at a table. And of course, you just keep playing. You don't stop. So you keep playing. That fight then escalated to the next table, 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 until it quite literally was the old-fashioned Western bar brawl from a cowboy movie, where literally everyone started hitting whoever was close. Our sound man ended up standing in front of the board and beating people off with a piece of rebar just to keep them from attacking him or attacking the gear. We still keep playing till eventually this really big woman reached up from the dance floor to the stage and grabbed our bass player by the bass and pulled him off the stage into the melee, and she started pounding on him. So What?
So, this is like a cartoon, more like a cartoon show, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
So we stopped at that point. We stopped playing. We jumped off onto the dance floor, got our bass player out, and we ran like little children, and we hid in the manager's office.
That's why we're
like, we quit. We're done. We quit. This is Monday night. Wow. We are not staying here for this. And the guy begged us not to go. We called our agent. Our agent's like, I don't have another show for you. We're from Saskatchewan, but we're in Ontario. We've got this week here. Then we're in the next week we're supposed to be in another Ontario town. So it's not like we can just book back to Saskatoon for the rest of the week. So the bar manager says, come back, please give us one more night. I promise tomorrow night I'll have a bouncer. And we're like, oh, great. You'll have a bouncer, one bouncer. And he's like, but we didn't really have any other choice. And he made us a deal where if we did it and it was still bad, then he would still pay us for the week, blah, blah, blah. So we thought, okay, we'll try it again the next night. The next night I see his bouncer, and he's a small, middle-aged man of Asian descent. And I'm just like, oh, one little guy, that's your bouncer. I was a little concerned. There was no fights all night. A couple people started looking like they might get a little rowdy, and he just glided over, and immediately everybody chilled and was cool.
Oh,
so
he just had a presence, or what? Like
maybe he's kung fu master.
We made it through the night. We spoke with the agent because the agent wanted to know how it went and where we staying, and we're like, yeah, it's all good. So the agent then told us something. Now I can't verify what the agent told us is true, but this is what the agent told us, is that apparently this bouncer was an immigrant from Cambodia. He had come to Canada immediately following the Vietnam War. And during the Vietnam War, he was a member of a Cambodian death squad, was a trained killer, and he ended up breaking up a fight in the bar once, and somebody died in the process. And so because of that, nobody does anything when he's there.
Yeah.
Now, I can't verify if that's fact, but that's what the agent told us.
Wow.
Well, I wonder if they just started that rumor, just, maybe it was just, like,
it worked.
Well, the people, so that, Wowza. Oh my God, Rory.
Okay, that's road
you
story.
got that.
Well, we heard a couple last week, but this is the official road story number 1.
Yes.
There we go.
And you're coming back next week for another one, right?
You can tell us another one.
Yep, I've got more.
Awesome. And everyone who's listening or watching, or will be listening or watching in the future, please go request Rory's song at Rock 102.
Yes, and check it out on all streaming platforms. Midlife Crisis.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks, Rory.
Oh,
we'll
thank you.
See you soon.
Yeah, see you soon.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that was fun.
And we're back.
I love hearing Rory's stories.
Yeah, those are good ones.
Yeah.
We never had anything so crazy.
We're just
happen ever.
Not that crazy.
Except for you.
What I don't know. What?
University of Calgary.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. Okay.
Maybe some other time.
So we're going to tell you what's happening around town this weekend. Somewhere else pubs.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Somewhere else pub.
Who's that somewhere else pub? Now we know. Fabian told us.
Friday, though, Chris Falou.
Yep.
Saturday, Kelly Reed. But before Kelly Reed is the Saskatoon Supertramp
Tribute band, and Fabian's in that band.
Fabian's playing in that band.
That's right.
We went there. Was that Friday or Saturday? We went Saturday and saw the Blue Mules at.
Yeah, that was fun. That was awesome. Okay, at Amigos is Breakout West. Back to Live. So it's put on by Factor. I guess it's a whole kind of conference-y kind of show. And the Garys are there, Weapons, and Slow Down Molasses. And
3 local acts, right?
That's right. And I think they're doing a little bit of interviews and talks too as well.
Nice.
And then on Saturday, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing this right, but it's Emi or Emmy, Eemi. She's a singer-songwriter, bilingual singer-songwriter, and she's from Saskatchewan. And
that's where, sorry?
That is at
Amigos still?
That's Amigos on Saturday. And then we've got at Bud's.
There was nothing else before that, though?
No.
Right on. Okay.
No.
Bud's.
Yeah.
Wild Tea in the Spirit.
I know. You said that to me, and I was like, oh my gosh. Like,
yeah.
I remember Wild Tea in the Spirit from a long time. If it's the same Wild Tea in the Spirit.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool that he's still around and playing music. And and then at the basement.
The basement on Thursday is Zachary Lucky. Friday's Big Dave McLean, and Saturday an evening of poetry and music with Jay Semko. I guess Jay's got out a book of poetry. I haven't read it yet, but I've seen it, in his social media and stuff. So I hope it's doing good there.
Yeah, for sure. That'd be awesome too. Lots going on now in Saskatoon. Saskatoon's buzzing. Okay. And it's going to get even better, right?
Yeah.
So at the Pink Cadillac on Friday.
Harrison James is at the Pink Cadillac. Remember we saw Rory there a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, Rory was awesome.
I'm starting to get the sense that they alternate North End 8th Street, because this week the North End doesn't have entertainment,
okay.
and 8th Street does, and the girl on the phone said we have it every other week. So
okay, cool. And then on Saturday is Radical, but I'm not quite sure if she meant Saturday night is Radical. Like, I think
I could see the confusion.
And I think that's it. That's it for, but you know, things are happening now, and they weren't like a few months back. Or
there's still a lot of holes in that calendar, though. Like some places aren't having anything. So
no, some places are, like the Black Cat Tavern just doing bingo, and I think the Capitol is doing a DJ and stuff. So
bingo's killing rock and roll.
All right, so thank you so much to Fabian and to Rory for coming on the show tonight, and we also do our little shameless self-promotion as well. We have 2 bands, Tucker Lane, and we have Universal Honey, and Tucker Lane has a album out called Random Fireworks on a Beach Obscured by Trees.
And we just went top 20 on the
IMC. That's right.
Number 16 this week.
That's right. And Universal Honey, we have a new single out called Just Like You. So go check that out on at our website. And that would be universalhoneyband.com.
Streaming everywhere as well.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So we also
we just released the BOD.
And we just released, yes, the BOD, which is electronica music. So go check that out. And then we're going to promote some other No YXE shows because Tuesday is happening here at No YXE. There's a bunch of shows on, and it starts with the coffee break, YXE, at 10 a.m. And then it goes
I'm going to set my alarm for that one next Tuesday.
Are you? Okay. Let's Chat YXE at 11 a.m. That's every second week. And then the YXE Sports Podcast is at 6 p.m. In Focus, YXE game show, it's a lot of fun, is Tuesdays. Of course, Tuesdays is the happening night at 7 p.m. And then Green Room, woo, is that's us at 8 p.m. every Tuesday night. So if you're an artist and you have something coming up, be sure to email us at the Green Room YXE at noyxe.com. So
I don't know. Do you get those emails? Have we had any emails?
We have had emails. Oh. Yes, we have. So you guys have a great week, and stay safe out there in the snow. And we will see you next Tuesday at 8 p.m.